The final of the men's 100 meters was scheduled. For the first time, a representative of the Soviet Union was given a strong chance of winning, 23-year-old Valeriy Borzov. Twice 100-meter European champion, Borzov had been undefeated for 2 years leading to the Munich Games. Few in Munich knew anything about him, other than he is the coolest and most confident of sprinters.
My approach is a combination of science, physical training, and natural ability. I gave back to my coach everything he gave me. And the combination of scientist, coach, and athlete can produce the highest results. My chief opponent was always the stopwatch. If the stopwatch is your opponent, then you will not have to worry about the other competitors.
September 1st, 1972, the final of the 100 meters. Valeriy Borzov is in lane 2, second from the right. Borzov is the only one of 8 finalists to have won all his qualifying and semi-final heats. Valeriy Borzov, Soviet Union, first. Robert Taylor, United States, second. Lennox Miller, Jamaica, third.
From the start, the race was controversial because 2 great American sprinters, Eddie Hart and Ray Robinson, were not in the final. Both men lost their opportunities when they did not appear for their quarter-final races due to a misunderstanding of the starting time.
3 days later, the final of the 200 meters. Borzov, wearing the red shirt, is in the middle. Larry Black is in lane 1 on the extreme right, just coming into view. Valeriy Borzov, Soviet Union, first. Larry Black, United States, second.
It is true that I did not intend to run the 200-meter race. I had no great expectations, but I wanted to place aside those who doubted my 100-meter victory. For in the 200 meters, the best runners of the United States were present.
Less than 12 hours after Borzov's victory, the peace and tranquility of the Games was violated.
This is Bud Greenspan for NBC News, Munich, Germany. At 4:30 a.m. Munich time, a squad of Arab guerrillas climbed over an easily accessible wall and moved into Building 31 of the Olympic Village. Everyone was asleep. 3 shots were fired. Other shots rang out. Many Israeli Olympians, half naked, escaped out of windows. 9 were held hostage. I walked a short distance to the Olympic Village. It was no different than yesterday or the days before. But then the news came in that Mark Spitz was being taken to the airport under armed guard to be flown home, that the Arab nations were leaving the Games, that Chancellor Willy Brandt was flying to Munich to take personal charge of negotiations with the commandos. Outside in the Olympic Village, the athletes were now walking singly or in pairs, walking in almost complete silence. The peace of the 20th Munich Olympic Games had been shattered. The Games may go on to their conclusion this Sunday, but for most of us here in Munich, they were over today in Building 31. This is Bud Greenspan from Munich.
The following day, a memorial service was held.
The Games must go on. And we must continue our efforts to keep them clean, pure, and honest.
A few days later, Larry Black of the United States is the leadoff man in the 400-meter relay. A dramatic confrontation will take place on the final leg. Then Eddie Hart of the United States, who missed his opportunity to face Borzov in the 100 meters, will go head-to-head with the Olympic champion. Hart, on the right, takes the baton with a slight lead.
The race was over before I got the baton in my mind. Yeah, the guys before me had already done it. It was just a matter of me you know, carrying it to the tape.
The United States first, creating a world record. The Soviet Union second. Valeriy Borzov congratulates the Olympic champions. 6 years after the Munich Games, Ludmilla Tourischeva and Valeriy Borzov married. Together, they compiled one of the great records in the history of the Olympic Games: 6 gold, 4 silver, and 4 bronze medals.